drinking coffee and eating breakfast on the street. Good experience for everybody who comes to Vietnam. If all you do is eat in the hotel, well, you're missing out. So here's our little doggy friend, and very friendly. He always hanging around, but don't really like to be pet, or don't long to be pet. And here there are other customers here, but the only downside is they like to smoke all of them. This Vietnamese coffee is very strong, but also very sweet, and they put it in a little bowl of water for you, hot water, to keep it nice and warm. Today the weather is actually fairly nice. It's not hot, not yet, so lots of good traffic on the street, and people busy making a living. So it'll be a nice day. We'll see what adventure awaits us. Our little friend has gotten up. He's shaking around, shaking it twice. Nice little doggy. Hello, little doggy. For some reason, very popular shop on the left here. A lot of motorbikes come by, stop and congregate. Even motorbike with little kids. Not sure what they are doing. We are busybodies, so we are curious about what they get. Wow, lots of people. I think they just opened, so looks like they open at 8:30 or something like that. Instant noodles? No, can't be. Why would you line up here to buy instant noodles? And bag of ice, this guy. Ninja. Interesting. Another one coming with little kid. Another one coming. Wow. This is one popular shop here. Don't know what the deal is. Looks like maybe they buy ice here. That's how you get on a motorbike. And away we go. No helmet needed. So checking out this store, why it was so popular. They got some coconut for sale. They got a couple of boxes of ice. Here comes another mom and daughter. I think they're here to buy ice. So it's quite popular here. You come. Well, gentleman want to ask about getting a pedicure. So I guess they are not open yet. So maybe later in the day Nobody there? So this is our hotel coming up. Let's see. This is a 9-story hotel. It's pretty nice. Got a nice front lobby here. They are all, a lot of hotels are pretty much this way. There's a little coffee place up front here. You can get coffee. And here's the elevator. Another beautiful day in Vũng Tàu, overlooking the city. It's our hotel. This is the far view, and this is the near view. We're right on the street. We're on the 6th floor. So quite a bit of traffic. Well, not that much traffic, but not much noise, which is nice. Although it sounds like there's some construction going on the top floor, but you can only barely hear it. Across the street here is a dentist's office, and the next one here, Duc Duong, is a bicycle shop, and then the next two are electric fan and electric accessory, restaurant, and then bike and motorbike shops. The one in the red is Bird's Nest shop, which was open yesterday, but not for the rest of the week as far as we could tell. So we are at the Provincial Museum in Vũng Tàu. Here, parking was 5,000 dong, which is about 20 cents. And then looks like a pretty impressive structure. It is right next to the Bắc Ying, the White Palace that we went to a couple days ago. It's right next to the, across from the front beach. Here the place is very well located. The compound is big. Next door they are having some construction of a DoubleTree hotel, so it's pounding on. And here it is, the Bai Ria Ba Ye Vũng Tàu Museum. Pretty nice, pretty huge place. We'll see what's in store for us. See this is the house that we went to a couple of days ago. All that bang 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 is the piling that's going on next door for the DoubleTree. So turn out that, as usual, you have to go to the front to buy tickets or to pay for it. Visit ticketing office, 40,000 dong a piece. Javi. Alright. It's 40 and 20. Assume that 40 is for adult and 20 is for children, maybe. Trying to buy tickets. That girl just sitting there right now. Not sure what she's doing. Very convoluted process, but that's okay. We got all the time in the world. There's coffee, looks like, on the edge over there. The ground is full of plants. Lots and lots of pots, potted plants. Huge potted plants too. Today promises to be a sizzling day, but so far it has always rained in the afternoon. So turnout ticket was 20,000 dongs a piece. Probably the foreigner price is 40,000. So we lucked out because Jenny used her super Vietnamese to buy the tickets. And now to check the tickets. First is the model of Vũng Tàu City. Wow, pretty impressive little display here with lights and everything. Vinh Công Dao. Hey, I didn't know there's such a big island out there. And over there is little Vũng Tàu. And then all around the surrounding area. It's a pretty big area too. Oh, something's flashing. Okay, Thành phố Ba Gia is over there. All the different cities is blinking. Just inland of Vũng Tàu is Ba Gia, Nguyễn Đất Tàu, Nguyễn Duyên Mốc, and then of course the always famous Nguyễn Công Dao. Pretty nice little display, and then if you look up, you see the sky, and the skies are always blue here. Most of the day anyway. Alright, so onward and upward. So here's the front display, dragon carving, which is interesting. But if you turn around and look up the steps, you will be like blown away. Like I'm supposed to walk up there. I mean, it's a huge building and all, but it's a little bit extreme, but I guess we'll move on. Well, moving up there on one really positive note, this place is very well air conditioned, very comfortable. It's not too hot, not too cold. It's very nice and dry, so you can spend, when it's hot outside, come in and check it out. It's nice. And the place is actually pretty good size too, even though this place are a little bit hokey. Wow, I don't know. Mangrove swamps. And a lot of fake bird calls. Oh, and that's the island of the coast, I guess. Pretty interesting. Dong Quan. Overview of Con Dao National Park. It's the national park. There are billions of trees out there. Now we come into the museum, we see more fake trees. And here are more fake trees. And here, I guess it shows you the rings of the trees. Some typical wood samples from Vinh Chua Phuc Bo Forest. And then some stone samples, mineral samples around the area. Definitely Vietnam is very rich. Lots of resources, lots of natural resources, including water, you know, fishes and all that, animals, plants, and minerals, oil, gas. They actually have some of that. Oh, Phong Tao also. Oil and gas, that is. So stepping up, if you look down, you'll see they have certain, looks like potteries that they have preserved, and you can walk on this glass and see the various, basically pottery in various stages of this integration. It's about over 2,000 years ago, I think. So quite a bit of civilization going on here at that time. Of course, this being by the water, certainly where there's water, there's food and civilization. And here's a little bit visualization of what it actually looked like at that time. And here are the relics themselves. These are nicely preserved pots here. And certainly here is a little bit of a Hindu culture with the elephant-faced god. And here is a stone sculpture, statue of those days. So we have the stone Ganesha, the Hindu god, the statue here, all over 2,000 years old. And here's the drum, also of the same era. Pretty cool. So, overview of Ba Ya Vung Tau during the period of reclamation of land in the middle of the 19th century. Ba Ya Vung Tau used to be a land of Mo Soi, the border area of the South Vietnam, which was opened by Vietnamese people together with indigenous people since the early 17th century, according to Ya Dinh Tan Tong Chi by Trinh Huy Duc. The land is based on the mountains, the sea view surface, the long bamboo forest. The upper field has a petrol field to invite Myanmar people to come and trade. And there's a pier at the bottom interrogating boats which want to go to the sea. Water stations, pedestrian stations. There are many important gates and ancient citadels remain, such as the ancient national capital. And today, this area is undergoing many development changes, boundary names. Since 1968, it belonged to the province of Phuc An, Phuc Long District, Ya Dinh government. Interesting. So there's a depiction of life. They got quite a few different kind of mechanized tools to, I guess, for harvesting grain. And this is must be a rice thresher, grain thresher. And you can see they got the wheels and the fishing gear and metal smithing activities here, and of course lots and lots of fishing
Definitely very rich in fishing. And this looks like salt mining. Since they're by the coast, they certainly can do a lot of salt mining. And lots of tools with bamboo handles. And the women does these weaving of this mats, cooking with wood, and making of this breakfast bánh cuốn or bánh tráng, making of this rice paper. These are stone carving, Buddhist imagery, and bronze smithing. Gongs and bells. This must be an oven. And then the Vietnamese music. The five-person band. And here are some of the musical instrument with some Taoist symbols on the drums. So ultimately, Vietnamese, I guess, trace their ancestry to this ethnic group here. And then the Chinese came and give them this with writing and literature and civilization. And if you think about that, going back to a hunter and gatherer, well, not quite. I mean, they have houses and tools and gong music, but quite a far cry. Two different civilizations. So this exhibit talk about how the French colonists came to attack in the 1850s, especially the area of Vũng Tàu. 1859, and then they took over until 1975. So this describes a little bit about the resistance against the French colonialists back in the mid to late 1800s and then the early 1900s. Describe a little bit. I guess they are not liberated until 1975 when Saigon fell. So I think they consider the whole thing one big invasion. It's a depiction of brutal life for prisoners on the island, still made to work with their whip masters. If anybody has illusion about human rights by the West, All they have to do is come to Southeast Asia and look around how respectful they are of human rights. Kongdao prisoners were sentenced to the following: complete detention, confinement on dispense, being expelled from land, hard labor, imprisonment. Number 1 is food, clothing, accommodation. Prisoners had to eat state rice mixed with husk, sand, grit, pieces of porcelain, and bitter dry fish used in fertilizers. Twice a week, prisoners were given not more than 15-minute collective bath by way of seating in a queue and being watered from above. Due to stuffy and cells' lack of air, prisoners had to take turns to sit and lie. Number 2 is hard labor: cleaning ships, splitting rocks, building roads, working in husking mill, etc. A piece of hard work is 4 times heavier than a normal one. Number 3, ways of repression: beating, torturing, confining in cells, dungeons, solitary confinement, forcing to work hard, single shackles, double shackles, weight shackles, 1 leg shackling, 2 leg shackling, eating plain rice, drinking unboiled water, and suffering from starvation. That's life of prisoners.
The wind is coming and is threatening. Everything is being packed up right now. People are scrambling to put their stuff away. And wow, it's nice. It's not oh no, somebody got stuff blown all over the place. It is not hot at all. It's nice and course, all because of this threatening cloud. You can probably just see the cloud moving. It's coming in that fast. Right now, it's over that mountain. People are hurrying to go to their places. Things are being blown over, lots of wind, and pretty soon there will be lots of rain. This is pretty much what happens every late afternoon in Vũng Tàu so far, and actually a lot of times in Nha Trang also. But especially Vũng Tàu, almost every night except for one so far, it has rained, and looks like today it will be a pretty impressive one. This is not a time lapse. This is really how fast the cloud is moving. You can actually see it like a time lapse, but the cloud is actually moving that fast in real time. Well, once it starts raining, we'll let you know what it looks like. But right now, just enjoy the street scene as the rain comes. Well, turned out to be a lot of storm, a little bit of lightning, and not much rain. So far I have been disappointed that there is no real rain. I mean, there's a few drops, that was about it. And I mean, even though it's nice and dark, and you can see that it's gloomy over there, and you can see that the sky is like, the clouds are going crazy here, but no water coming down. What's the deal with that? It looks so scary. I mean, I think everybody was scrambling It was windy. It was. It looks like it's gonna be a big deal, but it turned out it isn't. Well, there's an update. We'll let you know. Tonight we are planning to go back to the Bangkok place we went. We ate at the first night we were here. It was a pretty good side street affair, and the food was good. And we talked to the coffee lady this morning, in the morning, and she said that, well, she's been here a while, she's heard good things about them, but she actually has never been. Of course, she would not go to these kind of places, probably, mostly for tourists. I'm not sure. This is our balcony here. You can actually see that we have an AC unit, which by the way works very well. It's split unit, and then we have a washer, and the washer, we've used it like probably 3 times. Works very well too. It just does not dry, but then we have all these hangers up there that we use to dry. If you hang it overnight, next morning is bone dry. So the only downside to drying by hanging is that it's not soft. So that's the downside. I think down there you see Roman and his mom walking. Roman is the I think the Russian kid that we met at the swimming pool. So they've been here a while, it looks like. Well, I'll let you know if there's any update to the storm. Okay, today we are eating some kind of buffet hot pot. So the way it works is you take up your shoes and then you sit on the floor. But then you get a little hot pot thing here, and then you got 2 tables, one with the meat fixings and one with the vegetable fixings, and that's what you do. So loud music, perfect. This have AC, so that's why probably it's so popular. So this is a buffet. You got all kind of meatball-like fixing here, and a little bit of shellfish, chicken feet, shrimp, beef, pork, and hot dog, and stuff like that. And then on this side, you have a few vegetable, mushrooms, and noodle, corn. This is about it. So interesting. I think pretty soon they're supposed to bring out the soup, and then we are going to start cooking. So first time doing this, we are sitting on the floor, Japanese style, and this is 2 kind of soup, waiting for it to boil. Here's the sauce, not sure what they are, and then here's a variety of meat and shrimp and chicken feet and all that kind of good stuff. And then the vegetable, of course, we'll probably be eating mostly vegetables anyway, so looking good. Okay, here comes our cook. So this poor fellow just went to buy soda, probably at the convenience store. And shrimp is pretty good. Shrimp is very fresh. The pork is good. The beef is very tough. So we're in Vietnam, don't eat regular beef. Other than that, food is okay. So we are done with dinner and we're walking by, and Jenny saw this place, Happy Nails, so she decided that she's gonna get her nails done, and then I'm gonna go back to the hotel and wait for her. That's it for the night.